Hey, thanks for joining me. Today I have a very special guest. His name is Jesse Garcia. He's a talented musician that I met a few months ago, and he was kind enough to lend his talent and time to come out and share some music with us. And he's a traveling musician who has found his way to Austin, and he's doing a great job on leaving his impression on people that he meets, especially me.
Doing my best.
Yeah, doing a really good job, man.
Cool.
Well,
thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. And don't mind Squish. He's just a cat being a cat.
Being a cat. Mm-hmm. I'm doing my best to be a cat also.
One cool cat.
Alright, I'm gonna play a song called Fate Soiree.
Cool.
Take another sip of my coffee, strumming on the kitchen floor. You step around me so softly, my love. This is what I'm living for. Took a mini trip in Sedona, on our way to Santa Fe. Your heart is broken, I'll tow you to love. Life is a fate soiree. Take a play, make for rain or shine. What a dream to dream beside you tonight. We can take it slow to impatience. I've been waiting all my life. There are only infinite ways into love. Soul to soul we recognize. This is not a fickle attraction. Never felt like this before. There's nothing holding me back but the love. Life is a fate soiree. Take a play, make the rain shine. What a dream to dream beside you tonight, together alone. We bathe in the unknown. The path that led us here is fading away. Together alone, we swim in the unknown. The path before us wants to play. Life is a fate soiree. Take a play, make for rain or shine. What a dream to dream beside you tonight. Life is a fate soiree. Take a play, make for rain or shine. What a dream to dream beside you tonight.
Nice. It's a great song.
Thanks.
Yeah,
I like it.
it's like a kind of a beautiful dance.
Yeah.
The melody and then the words you describe, and of course Fate Soiree. So it was one of those songs I heard you play originally, and it was man, I was just blown away. Your articulation and the way that you play those chords and your
appreciate that
originality is something I really aspire to. I think about at least some of the feelings that come up from that when you're playing it, and I think most of us have to deal with the unknown, and you do a really good job of making the unknown something playful instead of something terrifying, which for I think a lot of people, the unknown can be a little overwhelming.
Yeah, I still find the unknown overwhelming for sure. Music and songwriting has always been a way that I was able to find hope and find positivity and sort of process my feelings around the unknown, or my feelings around things that are confusing or troubling. It's a good way to express things that are hard to say in other ways. So yeah, that song, I wrote that song on the road. I was traveling around and on tour with a friend, and that was what inspired that song. So yeah,
it's really cool. So I guess in my mind it sounds like a romantic thing, but you're saying it's not definitively romantic, just kind of a playful interaction.
It's definitely romantic.
Oh, cool.
Like the song is romantic.
Yeah.
And the feelings were romantic.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would say it's definitely my favorite love song that I've ever written, and maybe the best love song that I've written.
Okay.
I'd say most of the songs I've written have come from like feelings of heartbreak and heartache and depression. Yeah. So I like this song because it always reminds me that life feels good at times.
Yeah.
So that song always feels good to play because it was written from such a good feeling emotion.
Yeah, I get that.
And a lot of my songs really aren't. They come from a more troubled or pensive sort of emotion.
Yeah, I think that when it comes to playing or writing music, a lot of times you're trying to address an emotion that's hard to interact with, one that's hard to necessarily express, at least for me personally. And using music as that medium kind of helps for processing it or acknowledging it even. Sometimes you don't even know what the feeling is.
Yeah, I often think that songwriting feels a little bit like dream work. It's like allowing your subconscious to put words and melody to something, and then you can kind of learn how you feel through the process of writing a song.
Yeah.
And yeah, I like that about songwriting.
Cool. Yeah, that makes me think of I had this line in a song that I thought was, of course, it was really catchy, and I think that's at least my creative process. I say a thing out loud, and I'm like, oh, that's kind of cool. Maybe I can put that in a song, right? But you said it's dream work, so.
What's the line in this one that prompted it?
You'll see.
We'll see. Okay.
If a picture's worth 1,000 words, then our dreams are worth 1,000,000. And if our thoughts could paint the universe, would we make it something brilliant? And if our food could be our medicine, it'd become so easily taken. And if our prophets could lose their reticence, would the cycle end up breaking? We've been told just what to believe is what we hope and what we can see, but we have learned there's more to the truth, the proof of absence and the absence of proof. We've been told just what to believe is what we hope and what we can see, but we have learned there's more to the truth, the proof of absence and the absence of proof. If our feelings taught us right and wrong, we'd call it something like a conscience. And if we all could learn to get along, would we fall for all this nonsense? If our bodies had intelligence, then they would tell us what they're missing. And if we gave our pain some relevance, would we finally stop to listen? We've been told just what to believe is what we hold and what we can see, but we have learned there's more to the truth, the proof of absence and the absence of proof. We've been told just what to believe is what we hold and what we can see, but we have learned there's more to the truth, the proof proof of absence and the absence of proof. If we had more space than molecules, we might think that we don't matter. And you could fill your home with love or jewels. Choose the former, not the latter. We've been told just what to believe is what we hold and what we can't see. But we have learned there's more to the truth. The proof of absence and the absence of proof. We've been told just what to believe is what we hold and what we can't see. But we have learned there's more to the truth. The proof of absence and the absence of proof. Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah, that's because you said, it was like a dream work, and it was, I thought about that expression here all the time, is a picture's worth 1,000 words, right? But a picture is just such a simple, like, still image of life, where like a dream is much more vivid and has so much more texture to it. You can feel it and you can think it and you can even, sense it in other ways that just a photograph doesn't have.
Mm-hmm.
So I would agree that sometimes songwriting is like, it's like doing dream work. It's like you sitting down with a much more rich concept and trying to figure out how to embody it in a song, essentially.
Yeah, that's cool. Are you saying the proof of absence?
Yes, the proof of absence and the absence of proof.
What do you mean by the proof of absence?
So it's a philosophical concept of there are things that we can't prove, right? So some people use the proof of absence as a forms for their determination on what they believe in life. And other people use the absence of proof to say this is why I do or I don't believe in a thing. But to me, they're almost interchangeable, and understanding that the proof of absence...
What is the proof of absence? How do people use that to...
Because we can't find a definitive thing that says God, right? It's like, if we believe in God, well, where is he, right? And like, you can't find a molecule or an element or a definitive answer for whether or not this thing exists. You just kind of have to believe. Whether or not you decide to is totally up to you. And some people will use the proof of absence to believe that, and other people will use the absence of proof to do that, right? Where they're like,
well, absence of proof makes sense to me. Proof of absence as a grouping of words, I don't quite track what that even means.
Yeah, it's a genuine expression. There's the proof of, or the evidence of absence, and the absence of evidence is the true expression, right? But it's just a way that people look at interfacing with the unknown in the world, because there's the things that you know, and there's the things that you don't know, but then there's the things that you don't even know you don't know, right? Like, it is the expanding on that concept of we don't necessarily have the ability to prove all the things that we don't know.
And that's the absence.
Yes.
Cool. Didn't know that. Never crossed paths with that. I'll have to look it up. Cool. Well, let's see what that pulls out for me. There's definitely a song that was tugging while it was happening, but I guess we'll just go with it. This song's called "Nature is Natural," and thinking about how people like to throw human nature around in particular, with all sorts of connotations on it. And I just kind of think that the things that we do that are that feel good, and the things that we do that feel bad, the things we do that we're proud of, and the things that we do that are atrocious, are all just part of nature taking its course. And so that's sort of what this song was exploring. A copy-paste of a mega sensation. It's barely alive, it's barely alive. I force it to breathe so I can pretend pretend that we are doing okay. We wash our hands with the factory presets and never listen to the ripples of what we said. We wanna be kind, we wanna be kind. You're different than me, though I can't pretend that you are doing okay. Another day, another species throws a tantrum. Another day, another culture we can ransom. Another day, another natural disaster. Nature is natural, human nature is natural. Species throws a tantrum. Another day, another culture we can ransom. Another day, another natural disaster. Nature is natural, human nature is natural. I wish it wasn't, but the pattern is a cycle. I tried to fight the world to save it, that was my goal. It didn't work out, it didn't work out. And now it's just me, look at me pretending that I'm doing okay. When I'm in pain, I try to shake it like a wet dog. Sharing is caring, so I suffer like a good cog. We spread it around, we spread it around. We wanna believe this isn't pretend. God, am I doing okay? Another day, another species throws a tantrum. Another day, another culture we can ransom. Another day, another natural disaster. Nature is natural, human nature is natural. Another day, another species throws a tantrum. Another day, another culture we can ransom. Another day, another natural disaster. Nature is natural, human nature is natural.
That's a really cool song.
Thanks.
It actually makes me think of one of the conversations we had, I guess it was like a month ago or something like that. And
what part of it?
You said that I think we should be ashamed. I think like humanity as a species, we should be ashamed or embarrassed. I'm not sure if I'm saying that exactly right, but we were talking and you're like, yeah, I think we should be embarrassed or we should be ashamed of like our behavior, our actions, you know?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know in recent months I've said that I find it embarrassing to be a human.
There we go. That's it. That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, but not that we should, but me taking responsibility for my feelings of embarrassment at my humanness.
Gotcha.
And how I'm incapable of not having my opinions and like feeling like the center of things and all of that sort of stuff.
So not so much about the species of humanity, but the like fallible, imperfect nature of humanity when you're saying that then.
I just think that there's narratives around right and wrong and that humans we're quick to point a finger at something and say, this is good, this is bad. Mm-hmm. And then there's so many different viewpoints and belief systems that those things clash up against each other, and it seems obvious to me that all of it is natural. Mm-hmm. And that every single person is like, one of the things that I find a little funny is how we glorify love, but every atrocious thing that's ever been done has been done for love. Mm-hmm. So love to me feels like it's just an energy that exists, that unifies us, brings us all together, is part of what it is to grow and live. But then we're real quick to assign it positive things in certain situations, and then we say that it's hate in the other thing, and they're kind of the same thing as far as I'm concerned. They're just a spectrum of between love and hate, say. And so I don't really think of love as a good thing It's like it just is one of the forces of life that is unifying us, bonding us together, compelling us to be and do stuff.
Yeah.
And so I think that human nature, you know, you listen to David Attenborough talk about how humans are destroying things and messing with the balance of ecosystems, and all of that is true. Mm-hmm. But then there's all sorts of other life forms that destroy stuff and mess with the balance of ecosystems, and that's just always been happening.
Yeah.
So it's unpleasant to be pushed out of your housing because of gentrification, but then gentrification is just a natural byproduct of expansion of life, and there's no going around that. So when you're in the thick of something that is causing you fear, distress, pain, any sort of thing like that, it's easy to have your narrative be, why is this happening? This is wrong.
Yeah.
And that's why I find it embarrassing to be a human, is that I have those same feelings, and yet I think that there isn't really right and wrong. There just is what's happening, and how gracefully one can roll with it.
Yeah.
Is the challenge.
So, and this isn't to make light, but it makes me think of a beaver, right? A beaver has no guilt over damming a river. And considering the fact that by changing the flow of that river, it could cause starvation to water, to plants or resources down the stream, but it does create a brand new environment in doing so. And there doesn't seem to be any hesitation or guilt in a beaver doing what a beaver does, right? Like right. They don't think or question whether or not it's good or bad.
I've never been a beaver that I can remember.
That's what I'm trying to say, though, right?
Well, no, I'm not. You're saying that they don't feel guilt, which I'm not convinced that a beaver doesn't feel guilt, because I've never been a beaver, so I have no idea. They might feel something.
Okay.
But I see what you're saying, and I think that we do the same thing, but we know what the human consciousness is.
Yes.
So we do have to feel these things, or tune them out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a really good question. Maybe it's a deep philosophical one. Do beavers feel guilt? You know, like maybe it's a thing that we should consider for a while. But I think that we do have a habit as humans to try and place our emotions onto animals that don't necessarily share those same concepts, right?
Right.
Now, like if we looked at it in the very fundamental base level, you would assume a beaver doesn't feel guilt over what it's doing, right? Just because why would it be doing it if it felt wrong about it? Like, is it an impulsive addiction, or is it a thing that it just feels like it has to do? Mm-hmm. Or is it like, this river should be going over here, I feel like it would be better over here, you know? And that seems like a really hard one to answer. And you bring up a really good point. I've never been a beaver either, but it seems like I'd be cool with it if I was one, you know? Like it'd be a pretty fun process.
Yeah. You'd accept being a beaver the same way you're accepting being a human.
Sometimes I'm not very accepting of it, but yeah, I get what you're saying, you know? Like a lot of what I personally heard in that song that you played was questioning life, right? And different things about what is life. And I don't mean to oversimplify your own creative expression.
No, this is your interpretation of what you heard.
That's exactly right. Yeah. And that I think I can really relate to. Like one of my earliest songs I wrote, I have really mixed feelings on. But my brother always told me how much he loved this song, and so I kept playing it, right? Originally, I was like, I don't know, it kind of feels negative, and I was like, I don't really know if I want to do that. But then as I really sat with it more and more, I realized I think that what I was doing in that song was, you know, I was asking questions, right? So it's
gonna go. You don't ask these questions, 'cause you don't wanna know anymore. Every day we get a little older, a little wiser, at least we hope. But like the day mistakes, but I can say I learn a little slow. Making plans, they all fall apart. Pick up the pieces
pieces and make a new start. It's just the way that life can go. A beautiful journey designed for your soul. Closed mouth won't get fed. You don't wanna run the rat race, but you need a roof above your head. Every day we get a little older, a little wiser, at least we hope. But like the thing we learn from mistakes, but I can say I learned a little slow. Making plans, they all fall apart. Pick up the pieces and make a new start. Just the way that life can go. A beautiful journey designed for your soul. Forgiveness, 'cause you know actions say more than words. You don't rush to judgment, 'cause you know everybody hurts. Every day we get a little older, a little wiser, at least we hope. We like to think we learn from mistakes, but I can say I learned a little slow. Making plans, they all fall apart. Pick up the pieces and make a new start. Just the way that life can go. A beautiful journey divine for your soul.
Nice. I find it's fascinating. It's interesting to me that you say the you. Like, I kept asking myself the whole time, like, you say this, you say that.
Yeah.
It's as I found that intriguing.
It's just me talking to myself.
Yeah.
And I think it shows that sometimes you look at the internal voice that you have going on, and you can't help but ask it questions because it doesn't necessarily feel aligned or attuned with you at all times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very true. I like you mentioned Rat Race. I have a song called Rat Race.
Hell yeah.
But that's not this song.
That's all right.
I like having musical conversations like this because it pulls songs out of me that I don't normally play.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Do you ever feel alone? Surrounded by family, surrounded by your friends, and that your life is not your own. Show me a story that not... Oh. Speaking of not having played it in a while. Got it. Should I start over, or should
do it? I just want to say that humanity is so amazing, because watching someone, like, the fact that you had to think about your own thing, like, you're an incredibly talented and proficient musician.
Yeah.
So to see you think for a second, like, shit, what is that thing for my own song, is just really beautiful to see. You know.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah.
For me, I'm very muscle memory oriented about stuff.
Yeah.
And so most of the time, my muscle memory doesn't let me down.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on environment. Like there's a lot of factors going on here, noises and cats and new situation, all these things,
chaos,
rustling and people moving, and so like if I'm distracted, it's much more easy for me to glitch. But basically if I hit a muscle memory glitch, I will just, there's nothing, so then I just have to reset. So we'll reset. Let me ask you a question. Do you ever feel alone? Surrounded by family, surrounded by your friends, and that your life is not your own. Show me a story not written by the winners. I'll show you a man who tries. Gifted you may be, but you started a beginner, and the end is no surprise. The sun will rise. Shield your eyes. Newborn baby cries, and everybody dies. So let me ask you a question. Do you see me standing here, captivated in a glance? A glance is all I have. Out of time and out of fear. Show me a story, a gesture or a movement. I'll show you the time of day. I give to you my best, though my best needs some improvement. But what I know will stay. And the sun will rise. Everybody lies. Newborn baby cries, and everybody dies. So may you deign to face the danger. Asking why will make you wise. It's a strain befriending strangers. I'm a stranger in your eyes. So let me ask you a question. Do you listen with your soul? Follow your own corridor or walk the beaten path? Either half leads to a hole. Show me a story that's not an iteration of something else that came before. Just around the bend, common sense meets implication, and I want what's in store. And the sun will rise, and everybody tries. Newborn baby cries, and everybody dies. Recognize time, it flies. Give me strength to realize.
That is dope.
Thanks.
I really like that, man.
Yeah, that's a really old song, and I really like that there's the line, just around the bend, common sense meets implication, and I want what's in store. Like, I'm always sort of tickled when a word choice comes out that's like the right one for whatever reason, that I don't really know what it means myself.
Yep.
So yeah, every time I sing that song, I get to that point, and I'm like, I wonder what that means today.
Can I borrow your capo?
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, oh man, I don't know how this works. You gotta twist it or what?
No, it's a lever, so that the screw adjusts the tension of it.
Oh, interesting.
And then you put it on, and then clip it down.
Let's see if I can bring this out here. And then just tighten it?
You just push the lever down.
Oh,
yeah.
Duh, it's a clamp.
Yeah,
I don't know. Okay, I overcomplicated that. Yeah, it's a. There's just so much stuff that you touched on in that song that I think I totally agree with. Right, not all of it did I say I could totally relate to, understand, because you speak in a way that's just different than me. Right, but a thing that I found myself talking about a lot, which is pretty funny, is quite a few of my songs seem to have some sort of message around death. Not to be morbid or anything else. I just think it's a part of what is the human experience.
Yeah.
Oh, looks like you made a friend. Look at that. Yeah. And hearing somebody else go through that same journey really kind of helps connect and resonate, because sometimes you worry that maybe I'm hyper fixated on death. I keep talking about it, But I think it's one of the bigger challenges for us as mortal beings.
Have you written numerous songs about death?
Not a whole lot about death. It seems to come up as a line in a few different ones. So here's one that's kind of along those same lines. When your body met your soul, and you were given a name, before you sought control, and life was just a game. When time was on your side, a well that knew no end, and your currency was a smile for family and your friends. When you were young, oh, you knew joy, sat and played with all your toys. Times are changing, and so must you, but to your heart, I hope you are true. Toys. Times are changing, and so must you, but to your heart, I hope you are true. Now you just live your life, it's always on the go, chasing after what you want, forgetting what you know, racing back and forth, and now you're counting down the hours. But don't forget to stop and smell the flowers, identifying with your pain and bonding with your sorrow, saving all your happiness for you to claim tomorrow. Tomorrow's just another lie you tell yourself to say, looking at your life through the lens of yesterday. When you were young, oh, you knew joy, sat and played with all your toys. Times are changing, and so must you, but to your heart, I hope you are true. When you were young, oh, you knew joy, sat and played with all your toys. Times are changing, and so must you, but to your heart, I hope you are true. When your body parts from your soul, and your memory's all that remains, relinquish your control and return to whence you came. Your time is at its end. Or at least that's how it seems. Or maybe it starts again, like waking from a dream. Yeah, it's just one of those things. You know, you ponder what is this like journey through life that we're going on, and it's really intense in different ways, right? Because you can only imagine certain things, like what it is to be sitting in the last days of your life with your body decaying and your spirit having to part from your physical form. But it definitely is a thought that I have found myself contemplating or thinking about. So when you talk about everybody dies, I think it's one of the most universal parts of the human experience.
Yeah. In that song, my Everybody Dies song, because I say that in the chorus, I always wonder whether people interpret that as like a dark theme.
Yeah.
But that song for me is about hope and about the like growth. You know, that was what that song meant when I wrote it. It was like a hopeful song.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I was gonna say I perceived hope from it genuinely. I wasn't saying it's a negative thing. I think it's just part of like what is our experience.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool. I would be okay if you found a negative experience also.
Thank you.
Like, that wasn't necessarily asking you what you felt, but I've always wondered how people interpret the line "and everybody dies" happening over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Poignant for sure, man.
Yeah. That one's cool to, like, I've never written a song that has feel changes like that.
Yeah.
Whereas like I like pause and then do a completely different rhythmic feel.
Thank you. That was
interesting.
That was the point. I was trying to encapsulate, like, when you're young, you have that exuberance and that energy, and then you get so busy in adulthood where you're just kind of running at a frantic pace, and then by the time you're old, it's just kind of like this crawl, you know. And that was. I'm not gonna say intentional, but once I started to feel it come out in the song, I decided to lean into it a little bit. Yeah,
I've heard people do that before. Maybe my time will come to do that. All right, let's see. Here's This is kind of the most recent song that I wrote. And now I'm currently in a new phase of exploring music and my relationship with it. Can I make a request that you don't tap your foot?
Yes, sir.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Let's take a walk on a rainbow at the intersection of rest and intuition. Your life will not be the same, though. You'll probably act like it is. You'll start to order the grain bowl and laugh at imperfections, calling them nutritious, finding joy in the same flow as all the shit and the wishful thinking of you. Thinking of you. I like a thinking of you. A thinking of you. Speaking of the ripples in your reflection, those are all the rest of us dancing on the water. We celebrate and neglect some. It's just it is what it is, to doom or not to doom your attention. Careful when you're aiming those words at one another. You don't know how it affects them. The remedy is a listen, a thinking of you. A thinking of you. A thinking of you. A thinking of you. Speaking of all the things I thought that I would get to before I was 20, turned out to take 20 years more. Sad to say it makes some sense, cause I was quick to deceive. If only I had known the person I was tricking was me. And of all the things I'm missing now because I feel old, I sure wish I missed out on some stories I told to myself about what I was supposed to know by an age. Cause I think I dodged a bullet that was all of the rage. So let's take a walk on a rainbow at the intersection of rest and intuition. Your life will not be the same though. I'll try to act like it is. I need a thinking of you.
That's an awesome song. I really like it.
Yeah. A think and a view. Intentionally made to sound like thinking of you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That's a really cool play on words, man.
Yeah. A thinking of you.
A thinking of you, right?
Yeah, that's the remedy, is a listen, a think, and a view. That's the line in there.
Yeah, and it's a beautiful dance. You know, you were talking about, earlier, that new style that you find kind of evolving in your playing and everything, and I love it. Like, listen to it, I'm like, oh, it's a lot of fun, man.
Yeah, I've played that way before, but it's like starting to become a feel that I like at the moment. Yeah, I like the bouncy rhythmic thing.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It works really well, and I think it really, at least, it drew me in. I can't speak for everybody else, but hearing it, it made it a really fun song to listen to, man.
It's nice. It's I've been writing more music where I can play it with my eyes open, and I kind of notice a lot whether I can play a song with my eyes open or not is like says something about where the song is coming from.
That's a really cool thing. I think I'll have to practice that, because I agree. A lot of times you close your eyes and you just kind of like go through this process of your own thing inside your head. Definitely some feedback I've heard from people, throughout my life as well. It's like, oh, hey,
I came down here to Texas and was told that right away.
Yeah, open your eyes.
Yeah. But I don't agree with I don't agree with why they were telling me to open my eyes.
That's fair.
Yeah.
You had to do it for your own reason.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Yeah. There were shoulds in their advice to open my eyes. Yeah. And I don't handle shoulds coming from other people very well for the most part.
I don't either, man. I don't know if it's a musician thing or if it's just, like minds or things like that.
All I know is that I've always been rebellious to a fault. So that I know about myself. I can't speak for you.
Yep.
But, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. I got a fun little song that I think kind of goes in that camp.
How many songs do we want to play? I feel like we've been going
we're good. Like, really, I would say let's just close it out with one song, and it's a really easy song you can follow along off if you want to do like
I'll jam along
a little
with you.
jam. Yeah.
Okay.
It's super simple. It's just
just surprise me.
Cool. Sometimes the open road can make me feel at home, just like the ocean breeze can put my soul at ease. I sing a song into the world because it's beautiful. I sing a song into the world because it's beautiful. The setting of the sun inspires everyone, just like the stars above fill our hearts up with love. We sing a song into the world because it's beautiful. We sing a song into the world because it's beautiful. We sing a song into the world because it's beautiful. tiny hand can help you understand. It's not the things you take, but more the love you make. We sing a song into this world because it's beautiful. We sing a song into this world because it's beautiful. We sing a song into the world because it's beautiful. We sing a song into this world because it's beautiful. Well, everybody, my name is Sam, and this is Jesse.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us for this incredibly messy and unconventional thing we're putting together. And,
Sounds like life.
yeah, exactly. And hopefully you found a little beauty in this process as well. Really appreciate you being here. Take it easy. Let's do one more round of the chorus, right?
All right.
We sing a song into this world because it's beautiful. We sing a song into this world because it's beautiful. We sing a song into this world because it's beautiful. We sing a song into this world because it's beautiful. Ah, man, that's great. Thanks for joining me, Jesse.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, y'all have a good night.